What it do, and welcome back to the Flagrant 3 podcast. It's your boy Snazz, joined as always, Mr. Feelin2good. How's it going, man?
Yeah, we're cool. What are you saying?
Oh, I'm Gucci, man. I'm Gucci.
Who else in the building, bruh?
Is he back?
Who else in the building, bruh?
It's big man Mike, Mystic Mike.
Mystic
What
Mike.
it do?
Oh, never again, as always.
What it up, bruh?
I'm good, man. How are you boys?
We're
Oh,
good,
Gucci,
we're
man.
Good to hear, good to hear. All right, got a lot to talk about, eh?
Yeah, right. So today we're going to talk about the Wizards,
The Washington.
the Washington Wizards.
Pulling out some magic.
Two Goods going through his Furious 5 for this week.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, we're going to touch on the chef. The chef's kiss, Steph Curry and the Warriors.
Mr. Wardell.
And then we're going to touch into some D.O.D. But let's first, big things this week, as in big things hitting little things, as in Nikola Jokic whamming on Morris.
Well deserved.
Yeah, right. Tell me through it. What are you thinking? What are you
I
thinking
think
about
it's
this?
well deserved. I mean, a lot of people. A lot of people are on one side or the other. I think it's well deserved. One cheap shot gets another cheap shot, and if you hit a man, you turn your back on him, you're going to get hit in the back.
I mean,
as
it's
simple as that.
exactly what Chuck and Shaq said.
Yeah.
Was like to the T, like perfect. Don't hit me and then turn around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if someone
gotta be
walks up to you in
dumb.
the street, slaps you, and turns their back on you, you ain't going to wait for them to turn around.
no,
before
you're
you
gonna thump
give
him in the back of the head,
You know
bruv.
what I mean? Like, motherfucker, what are you doing?
I like it. I really like it. Like, and this season, the Nuggets are going back into their Thuggets ways a little bit.
I didn't even know that existed. But
What? You didn't?
The Thuggets?
Thuggets. Like when the New York
Oh,
Nuggets.
what, when Melo slapped mans and run
Yeah,
off
yeah,
across
yeah.
the court to get away from him?
Yeah, man.
Is that what you're saying?
The Thuggets.
Oh,
my
that you call
boy.
that thuggish, yeah? Oh, right, okay.
It's thuggish in Colorado, I don't know.
That man's
Runs to the
from
mountains.
Baltimore, I'll have you know.
Ran to the mountains after that one, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it was nothing. Jimmy Buckets put more into it than anybody else, I think.
I mean, that irritated me with Jimmy Buckets because if you really watch the video on all the different angles, you'll see Jimmy's less than like 15 feet away from these guys, and he's not doing much. And then when it gets split up to go to the benches, you see Jimmy and Udonis Haslam standing there going, "Bring your ass to the back."
Yeah, but
Bring your ass to the back. It's like,
I get what you're saying, but in that sense, you don't know what's been said verbally. So he might not think that much of what's going on. He might think, "Oh, let them duke it out," rather than I'm going to back my guy up. But in the whole mist of the fight,
In the huddles and stuff like that, yeah, it could get
the words might
escalated
have
in
got-
certain aspects.
I
But
suppose, yeah.
balls might have got grabbed.
The Twitter has just been eating this up, though.
Yeah.
my Twitter eats everything up, though. So, in my opinion,
Twitterverse.
I like it in other circumstances. I think it's a bad move on Jokic's part to retaliate, because for Jokic to miss a game when Nuggets are on a winning record, he is the centre point without Jamal Murray on that team. So him missing a game is actually really impactful.
Especially
compared
with
to,
MPJ
Well, he knew it.
out
He
as well.
He said he knew it as soon as he did
Exactly.
it. But in that sense, I think they were both ejected. I think they were both equally to blame. So hitting Jokic with 1 game suspension and Morris with a $50,000 fine, that wasn't fair.
No.
Well, Morris missed anyway because whiplash. But,
But Morris hit
Morris
the
is
guy in the ribs as well. And to be honest, Morris doesn't get ejected without Jokic throwing that foul.
no, of course not.
Yeah,
No
he would.
way, it's not
Yeah, he
even.
would.
Not even. It wouldn't even be
of course
looked at if Jokic just because it
Well,
was
you think
initially a
that's you think
take
that's
foul.
a common foul.
No,
No,
it was
exactly.
it was intended to be a take foul. Jokic raises his hands up. Morris carries on into his ribs. What I'm saying is that would have just been called as a common, wouldn't have been looked at.
No, I reckon it'd have been an ejection.
I think it would have been a flagrant 1,
It
not a
was very
flagrant 2.
excessive.
Yeah, I don't think it's an ejection
It's
if
not an
Jokic
ejection.
doesn't hit back.
It's only because it escalated that they've now looked into it and had to look at either side.
Yeah.
But I think he was going just obviously stop the play at the end of the day and went a bit physical. Fair enough. Jokic's reaction to it, I don't know why he got so hot-headed. It's like he took 2 steps back, thought about it for a second, and then went,
so
I was going
Oh, that man did not
and
think.
then, no, he did. If
That
you
man
watch it,
saw red and he was like,
he landed
"Fuck
back,
this
he stood
guy."
there for like half a second, was like, I'm just going to A-train him and just run straight through him. And it's like, well, okay, brilliant. But as I'm saying, he in some aspects, he let down the Nuggets Because if I was any other player and they reacted, fair enough.
Yeah, if it was like your Bones, Highland, or
Yeah.
Capazzo, he's had a couple of little scuffles this year.
European people are different, they ain't going to let you get
They
away
ain't
with
going to take that
Well,
shit, no.
But now, does Jokic get a bit of a reputation for himself that you can now get Jokic hot-headed in a game?
Perhaps. That's a good
To
point,
see him react
actually.
to
That is a good point.
To see him react to that. Now do other teams go, right, if we just get a little bit more physical with Jokic, and big men can get a little bit more away this year with being physical, will it rattle him?
The thing is, they know that he's going to piss and moan about foul calls anyway, and he gets frustrated, and then he throws a flagrant 2 or a flagrant 1, like in the playoffs last year. Last game, as they were getting swept,
Yeah.
he got heated and full on mashed Peyton in the face.
And he can't afford to do it this year with Murray out and the situation the Nuggets are in. And they've got a chance to still make the playoffs, definitely, but only if he stays level-headed and plays the way he needs to play.
That's it. And he apologised straight afterwards in the press conference, saying it was a dumb play. He feels bad and all of that. But at the same time, fuck the Morris brothers. Yeah. I fucking hate these two. I'll put it on blast. Fucking give them my email address.
They don't
I could not at AJ Snazz on Instagram. Come at me because you guys are a piece of shit.
Oh, we're gonna have to work some editing to get that out. Fucking hell, bro. Fuck. Well, what about Rudy Gobert and Miles Turner? That was a joke.
Oh.
Did you see that? That was pitiful.
Bitch fest. All
That was
day.
pitiful. That was, yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was dance. That was disgusting.
Do you know what really?
This is what I'm saying. You see big man fight from the 90s and they're swinging. Like they are like haymakers, like they are throwing bones. Like these boys. Like, I don't know. Did Rudy Gobert have a baguette in his pocket that he didn't want to break? I mean, what the fuck
Monsieur!
Oui.
I thought they were going to start swinging and just start hugging it.
Yeah, I was just
Mate,
like, oh, come on.
Who squares up to someone and then instantly grabs their hips like, gotcha, motherfucker.
I caught you, you can't touch me now.
You can't hit me.
I know they say it takes two to tango, but that's a fucking joke.
Yeah,
they're
that is taking the
literally.
fucking piss.
They're taking that literally. Two to
Oh
tango,
my
mate.
God.
Yeah, but was there any repercussions off the back of that?
I don't know.
Did there need to be?
No, I think they probably got fined because that's NBA's standard protocol, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think there was any suspensions. It wasn't like that.
A couple of €1,000 for Gobert out the wallet.
And the defensive player of the year pocket.
It's a bit nothing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
A whole lot of nothing.
Yeah. Whack.
Right. Shall we skedaddle on? We've touched on that.
Yeah.
I apologise for being so
Mate.
heated.
Yeah, you got hot for a second there, boy.
Passion.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say on this is bring back Ron Artest. That's all I'm going to say.
Ron wouldn't allow none of this.
Oh, Ronnie boy would not have none of that.
Won't allow it. Yeah.
Do you reckon they could hire him as the fight coach?
Just have him camped out in a stand somewhere. If he gets rowdy, he just starts clotheslining.
Mate, I'll tell you what, if Miami get him on the coaching staff, you know what's going on.
Oh my goodness.
There's no more waiting outside locker rooms, they don't get that far.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
All right, let's move on to the Wizards.
The Wizards.
So the Wizards are currently leading. Is it just the East, or are they leading the NBA?
They're leading the East, 5-3.
9-3.
9-3, sorry, yeah.
9-3. That's a big year so far for the Wizards.
Who called that? Who even expected them to be in playoff contention? I bet it's early doors. You know, as we were saying pre-pod, it's early doors and they've got to sustain it over 82 games. But have you watched them play?
Yeah.
They look all right, man. Like they move the ball like as a unit, and that's what it is. Like Bradley Beal's not got a pour in. What did he get last year? Like he was second in scoring. He was
like 31. I want to say around about 31 points a year. I think he's averaging about 23 a game.
Yeah,
at the minute.
That's what I'm saying. He's not got to be that guy, and he has missed some games, and they're still pulling out wins.
Do you know what I like the most? Is I watched him last night play against Orlando, right?
Yeah, same.
That was a good game.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. So quality of basketball wise for the first 2 quarters was dog shit. Like honestly poor. But what I like about Washington and what you'll see is they just fight for each other. Like they are hustlers. Like literally hustlers. In terms of like actual ability and how pretty it looks, probably the only person on the team that does that is Bradley Beal, right?
Yeah.
But the rest of them are going to put up shots. They're going to get to the basket. Montrezl Harrell's doing massive things for him at the moment.
Is he 19 and 19
He's
again?
just-
Well, he's just-
19
he's
and
just a
9 a
pure
game, I
animal.
think.
Pure
Yeah.
energy player, isn't he?
Like,
Coming off he's already a fan favourite.
Well, it's gone
somehow.
back to the LA Clipper days. You know, when he was just that off the bench player, just pure energy, fight for every loose ball, anything you can try and get. He's gone back to
He's
that.
trash talking
energy.
you. He's getting under your skin.
Yeah.
He's everywhere
Yeah.
in the game. And
And he couldn't do that at the Lakers because he just didn't gel well with AD and he just didn't gel well with the system they played. But going to the Washington Wizards, where well,
Who
yeah,
does gel with the Lakers
well,
right
yeah,
now?
that's very evident nowadays, isn't it?
Jeez.
But when you look at the Washington Wizards, they are just animals. Like, and I think if they can keep that up without getting any injuries across the year, they'll be in the playoff contention. They won't finish top of the East,
No.
but
No,
they'll
They'll make the playoffs.
They'll
at
make
this
the playoffs,
rate.
yeah,
Yeah.
at this rate. But it's as I say, it's a long season, right? The NBA doesn't really start kicking off until after Christmas, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
I mean, great work by the GMs and the coaching staff, getting rid of Westbrook and basically getting a whole team.
Yeah.
In-
KCP, Kyle Kuzma.
A team that
They're
works
playing
for each
really
other.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
really...
even Bradley Beal is the star of that team. No one's sitting there going, "I'm the ego of this team."
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. And you
Kuzma
see,
might pop a couple of tweets, but yeah, other
Who gives
than
a shit about Kuzma?
he was on fire against Orlando.
Oh,
He's on fire, but when he
he-
opens his mouth, you don't listen.
Nah. And the other thing as well, they're missing.
Mute.
They're missing old. What's his face? Hachimura.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
they're
he's
still
still
on the
out,
page.
yeah.
Who he puts up good numbers. You know, he's a solid forward.
Well, he'll be
so-
good for their size because at the moment Washington aren't that deep in size. They've got that Gafford and they've got obviously Harrow off the bench. Apart from
Yeah.
that, size-wise, they're not really. I think Cole Kuzma's the next tallest.
Yeah.
Was he 6'10", something
Yeah,
like that?
6'10", yeah.
But he doesn't play like a big.
No, he
he
plays a lot
yeah.
smaller than what he is.
Yeah. So, but then to be fair to him, he has been crashing boards a lot more
I was
at
going to say, I see
Washington.
him pushing.
So,
I know Bamba's not obviously carrying weight, but he was pushing Mo Bamba around last night.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, for the
nicely.
first two quarters, he made him look like a bitch. Yeah.
I know it's only Orlando, but
Yeah.
you can live with Kuzma getting double-doubles every night. You'd be well happy with that.
Yeah.
Coming from where he was,
Where everyone
with
thought
the
he was
Lakers, everyone
dead
thought it was
ass.
garbage.
Yeah.
And it's a lot for, like, a couple of these guys are coming from, like, big-name teams, and they've sort of left the big-name ego at the door and cracked on. So,
Yeah, it's
really
good to
happy
see. It's
with
good
how
to
they're
see.
with how they're getting on.
It is good to see. And like I say, who called this?
Yeah.
Who called the Wizards being this good so far?
Well.
Sitting above Brooklyn.
Give me another team that's surprised you.
Well, you could probably look at most of the East. Cavaliers, Cavs are surprising at
Cavs
the
are
moment.
Cavs are a massive surprise team.
Cavs are
How are
surprising.
they fourth?
I'll tell you.
in the
I'll tell
East?
you who surprised me in an opposite way. Boston. I thought Boston were going to have a good year this year,
Celtics,
and
yeah.
they are trash. They are really poor. I know they've got the first year head coach. What's his
They
name?
lost by 2 last night.
Yeah, well they're trash. Yeah, they lost to the Cavs
Yeah.
in a tight game, and they're trash.
A lot of their worries.
They-
obviously, Jaylen Brown's down with an injury at the minute.
Yeah, but they weren't winning when
they've
he was
got
there.
no, but they've got troubles in their backcourt. That is where the main problem
They've had
is.
troubles though, haven't they? I mean, what was it 2018 they made the conference finals
Mm.
against LeBron and the Cavs, and then 2019 first round bump out. 2020 was the bubble first round bump out to Miami, or was it second round, or whatever it was.
That's
They haven't been good. They're not good.
Do you know what it is?
And I
think
do think it's the two stars. You got Jaylen Brown, who's a budding star, and you got Tatum, who's already a star, and he's poised for great things. But I think I've spoke to you about this before, Brench. They're not alphas.
No,
Marcus Smart, who's probably the 5th or 6th best player on the team, is the alpha of the team, and it
yeah,
shouldn't be like
it
that.
shouldn't. He
You have
shouldn't
to
be the guy.
No, your
barking.
superstar, your all-star should be the one that's leading the team. And yes, I know he's young, but you got to find that voice.
they lack a lot of depth in their team. If you look outside, without Jaylen Brown at the moment, it becomes very evident that their second scorer is at the moment Dennis Schroeder, and let's face it, he's in the form of his life, but that's not going to last.
No.
And that's when it gets actually to crunch time, he's not going to be putting up the numbers he is at the moment.
No,
So, for me,
Well, he couldn't do it against Phoenix for the Lakers.
yeah, exactly. So
playing for a contract that he didn't sign.
exactly. So for me, I think Boston have the last few off seasons not done it right. They've brought in pieces that aren't actually making them better, and that they're just what they're doing is they're plateauing at a level which they're not improving, which other teams around them are. Yeah. And it's very, very easy in the NBA in a few seasons to really drop at a level. So you could be a playoff contention or you know, a championship contention team. People looking at you going, "Oh, you're going to be really good," to then basically nothing in a few years if you don't manage your team and offload in the season.
Oh,
this
mate,
is
can
the point,
be
isn't it? So
switched
they made the
quick
conference finals in 2018, and I think they only took one off the Cavs. But then that was their time to build on a conference finals team, and obviously I know the next season was no, it wasn't the next season; it was the following season after that. But they haven't built it. I mean, last year they picked up Schroeder, Al Horford, which is a good pickup. He's playing well. Considering he's a vet, old big. He probably brings a good presence to the team. Jabari Parker, nothing.
Jabari Parker's never done. Jabari Parker,
he had such a big hype.
He disappointed me. I was so disappointed when he.
Josh Richardson.
Got
what
injured.
the fuck was the point of bringing Josh Richardson in from Philadelphia, man? He's not been decent since Dwayne Wade was on the Heat.
Have you had the Philly Boston trade talks?
Yes,
the rumours.
It won't happen.
No, it's never going to happen.
Apparently, I don't know how true it is, but apparently, Daryl Morey was on the phone to Brad Stevens or whoever he was dealing with, and said that they wanted Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart,
never,
and somebody else, and whoever was on the phone for Boston just hung up without saying nothing.
But this is everywhere those trade talks, everywhere those trade talks go at the moment, they want too much back, so nothing's going to happen there. For me, I think the worst thing that Boston have done recently is their trades anyway. Because what do they get back for Kyrie? What do they get back for Kemba? Fuck all.
Well, they let Kemba walk, basically.
Exactly. You've got great talent on your team, but you're getting fuck all back for it. Whether they walk or whether you trade them, you're getting nothing that's making you better.
This is the thing. They think these guys are the problem, so they thought that was the year. So the year when Kyrie got injured for Boston, that's when they made the conference finals without him, right? So the next year Kyrie's back, they don't do nothing. So they get rid of Kyrie because they think Kyrie's the problem, and then they sign Kemba, and then Kemba is injury prone, and obviously he's a defensive liability no matter where he is, and they don't do nothing with Kemba, so they ship Kemba on. Well, maybe it's not these guys, maybe it's the guys that you actually have on your team that you're trying to build around that are the problem.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense. You've tried everything else.
You've got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and yes, they can give you 50 a night combined, but they can't win.
No, I don't think they're the two duo to take them to the next level because they're too similar.
No, yeah,
and they are
in their positioning, and exactly. But they're both sort of like small forward players. Jaylen Brown's having to move to the 2 or try and play when they play the small ball at a 4, and it's just not right for him. He needs to be at the 3. Okay, but you can't because Jason Tatum's there and he likes playing the 3. Right, he doesn't like going to the 4. Or switching out to the 2.
I would never play Tatum into 4.
Exactly.
Jesus
so
Christ,
what they need to do is, in my opinion, and I know Boston love him, but move Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Jason Tatum is your guy.
Yes, it's got to be done.
Yeah, he is the guy, and
you could get so much back. Obviously, they'd have to wait till he's back playing.
That could be a Lakers trade in the future.
You know what I mean? But he's got to be the one to go. He has got to be the one to go, and Tatum's got to step up as the leader of the team. It's not, you can't rely on Marcus Smart to be barking orders or trying to build chemistry in your team.
And he shouldn't be a starting guard anyways.
No, he shouldn't.
They need
He's so erratic with the ball.
They need 2 things. They need a genuine playmaker at the guard. Okay, I know Dennis Schroeder's doing okay at the moment, but that's not your long-term plan.
That's not going to last.
And they also need a good big who can get people like Jason Tatum open. Jason Tatum's a great on-the-ball scorer, okay? But if you can set him at an actual screen and make a second option, he's going to be a lot better. At the moment, he's having to create his own shot, and the shots he's taking, I watched last night against the Cavs, he's making some good shots, but they're really tough. Nothing comes easy for Tatum.
To be fair, I am surprised with Al Horford's game this season so far.
Yeah, he is. But
for a 35-year-old...
And we've said this over the last couple of episodes, when you're happy in a spot, and he was happy in Boston, and then he moved on to Philly, where he didn't get on, and then he obviously moved on to OKC, and now he's back, so he's happy there, and that makes all the difference, especially an aging out, an aging star who's not even a star, is he? But
no.
You know, he's going to put up basic numbers that are expected of him, and he's a presence in the locker room. He's just not.
But he's not
that
going to be there in
much of a
2
threat.
years.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
So what's your backup plan?
Yeah, Ennis Cantor? No.
he ain't gonna be there in 2 years either.
No,
He ain't going to be in the league.
no, exactly.
Nah.
Yeah, so that's that.
Sorry, Celtics.
Yeah, you're out of here.
You know what time it is?
I got it for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got it for
All
you.
right, fam. Take it away then.
Feelin2good's Furious 5. We are
Oh!
feeling too good.
Oh, my goodness.
We are hitting
Oh,
it.
my goodness.
I got 5 lined up. Let me know how you feel, but let me roll it off.
Go on, my friend.
Right. Number 5. I'm coming in with the Clippers. Yeah? Paul George made the list last week for his stellar play, even though the Clippers had taken a couple of L's on an easy schedule in the past week. This week, however, it's been a much tougher schedule, facing teams like Charlotte, Portland and Miami. Making light work of it. Currently on a 7-game winning streak, which is mad. That's why they're taking the number 5 spot. Nothing special, but I just said, Paul George, he was playing well, now he's getting wins.
Getting it done.
Number 4, spoke on them a second ago, Cleveland Cavaliers. 6 out of their last 7 games have been dubs, only losing to Washington by 3 in a game that could have gone either way. Shocking team this season, no one expected them to be where they are. They're 5th in the league defensive rating, with Evan Mobley sitting atop the rookie ladder. Evan, the boy over there, he called him. He knew he was going to be a big deal. He's averaging 18.3 points per game, 8 rebounds and 2.5 blocks in the last week. Definitely putting the work in for this sleeper team. Darius Garland's adding in 19 points per game, shooting 55% from 3, with 7 assists over the last 5 since Sexton's been gone. Big numbers.
It's not Sexland anymore, is
It
it?
ain't Sexland, it's Garland.
It's Rubland.
Christmas Garland.
Man, it's land of the unicorns. Land of the unicorns.
Number 3, Cole Anthony, the boy from New York playing in Orlando. Now, obviously they're rarely coming in wins, but Anthony's putting in the work, putting in a show in Orlando. Whether it's his play on the court or his interviews off the court, if this kid continues on the trajectory, he's destined to be a star in the league, and he can certainly be slated for most improved this year. His numbers are up 7 points per game, making twice as many threes as he was last year, dishing out an extra 1.5 assists a game, pulling in 7 rebounds as a 6'3" undersized guard. That's pretty big, man. I rate him. I love Orlando, obviously, and I'm excited to see him play every night. Number 2, the Washington Wizards. Just spoke on them. Massive sleepers. They're sitting atop the Eastern Conference.
That's big.
That's big, bruh. And, yeah, I mean, Bradley Beal expressing his frustrations in the off-season and Westbrook being traded, really nobody expected this. They really didn't expect this. And, yeah, they're sitting atop the East, 9-3. They've won their last 4. Doesn't look like they're about to slow up for the rest of the month. The only tough team they face are Miami twice and Dallas away. The rest of the schedule is an easy dub. Do we have a new powerhouse in the East? Do we? Who knows?
Time will tell.
Number 1.
Who is it?
And number 30 at the same time. Wardell Stephen Curry the second. Passing Ray Allen on the all-time free list. Warriors being 11-1. He's had 3 40-plus games already this season. What else can you say about this guy?
Oh.
He is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. We're never going to see it again. It's extremely unlikely we're going to see it again. Current MVP rankings top man and the best shooter to walk the earth is this week's number 1 spot on Feelin2good's Furious 5 and needs no further explanation. Mic drop.
I hope you cracked your screen, bro. No,
do
I
you
like
think,
that.
boys? What do you think?
That is a good list. That is a good list.
I mean, have we got any pushbacks?
No pushbacks for me. I mean, Cole Anthony was a great shout, and I love what he does with the media as well. Did you see that post-game interview?
Facts. Facts.
Oh man, he kills me.
Yeah, I'll rate him.
No, good player. Good player. I like the list this week. I have no pushbacks this week.
Yeah.
No pushbacks.
Yeah, if anybody does get us on the socials, I'll mess you up, bro.
Especially the Morris brothers.
Here we go.
Right, well that was Furious 5. Let's talk about your number 1 guy then.
Yeah.
Because that's next on the agenda. Steph Curry and the Warriors. making a habit of talking about the Warriors at the minute because I think we're all just excited that they're back.
I think
to playing
all three of us were quite high on them in the off season.
Yeah.
We was, I don't think anybody really expected them to be this good. But we
they're
was
not
all
even at
quite
full,
high.
they're not even at full strength.
Not even close to being at full
They've
strength.
got three massive people to come back in.
Klay Thompson is a
scary
fucking machine.
This is going to be scary.
5
for
weeks
the
time,
league,
boys.
man.
5 week time, and the Splash Brothers.
It's just before Christmas he's back, isn't it? Or just
They're aiming
after?
for Christmas.
just before
Yeah.
Christmas, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised just for the hype they're making back on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I thought that.
mate.
I thought
See
that.
that.
What a gift!
What a gift!
What a gift! Man, I love the Warriors. They're back to ball movement, and it's
It's fun
so
basketball.
good to watch.
It's fun basketball.
Gary Payton II.
Oh,
he
dude,
just
he's bouncy,
he
man.
just leaps out the building every
bouncy.
time. Jordan Poole starting to claw back from the bad start this season.
Yeah. Andrew Wiggins. putting up the
Andrew
numbers.
Wiggins, the dunks against Minnesota.
2 of them.
Good
on cap.
golly, yeah.
His old running mate.
Oh mate, what a team to dunk on as well.
Which, by the way, we jinxed them in a couple of episodes ago.
We did,
We
yeah.
jinxed Minnesota, but we don't give a fuck.
But Minnesota will never do anything special.
No,
they've had their opportunity to try and achieve something.
I had
did,
hopes
yeah.
because
Really?
they started out quite well. The first 5 games they did
But
all
it's
right.
Minnesota. They're
And then,
cursed, mate. They will never
I
do
mean,
anything amazing.
No,
We was high
never
on them at the
again.
beginning of the
Never
season.
again will I support a team that wears a high vis as a uniform. And god damn, but
And the purple
fuck
print
Minnesota.
kits.
Let's talk about Golden State a little bit more.
Do you know what I love the way Golden State are working at the moment. I love what Steph's doing. What I do feel sorry for is when the pieces do come back, the Wisemans, the Thompsons, the Kumingas come into the actual game. What I feel sorry for is the people that lose their minutes. Like Gary Payton will probably drop minutes because he's not going to play highly against obviously Klay when he's fully fit.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see Jordan Poole. He's not going to start at the 2 when Klay Thompson does get himself back into that rotation.
You got Bielitsa.
Bielitsa, yeah, he'll drop off a lot. So I think as long as they keep balance well, and I think they will do because
think
obviously
That's what they're very good
yeah,
at. is
because
balancing.
Clay's going to be on a minutes restriction for a while. Like, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's going to be on a 20-minute restriction for a good few months before he actually starts
Yeah, of
getting at
course,
least 30-odd minutes a game. So I think as long as they can keep rhythm and keep the rotations well, I think they're in a really
This
good
is
position.
a deep squad as well. This is the
Steve,
deepest
this is
they've
what-
looked since they won their first chip. I
This
think.
is what I was going to say. Steve Kerr's not scared to go deep.
Oh, no, yeah.
that's
In the
it.
regular season, he locks it up in the playoffs, and certainly so in the finals. But should they make it? But I mean, if they're producing, well, why tear down a good thing?
Mm.
You know, it's like any team. If you 5-on-5 off, and you put the bench warmers in, and they go on a 20-5 scoring streak, you don't pull them out, do you? You let them run
Nah,
it.
man, and he does do that, and he pulls his guys out. He pulls the guys out that are having hot nights. He doesn't care.
Nah.
He will just be like, we could be having a hot night,
is
but you
Steph-
never
Steph-
want a D Rose situation where you're blowing a team out and then your star goes down injured.
Yeah,
you know
exactly,
that's one thing. Steve Kerr and the Warriors have always been good at is it's not about the individual accolades. It's about us staying healthy and getting all the way to the playoffs in the best position possible. Like in a minute, 11-1, they've lost one game.
Yeah.
They're on track to basically tying their own record.
73-9.
Yeah,
What-
they're on track. So
What Warriors have right now are scorers. They've
Yeah.
got pure scorers. Jordan Poole.
That's all it's ever been.
Yeah, we said this pre-season. I think Brett was really high on Jordan Poole. He's a scorer, like he's an absolute scorer. So when a lot of teams at the moment, because Clay's out and because a lot of pieces are out, they're overplaying Steph on defense a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And that's creating so many easy opportunities, and you can't do that against the Warriors.
I was
No,
thinking.
you
Do you know what?
can't.
I want to put this to you both. I was thinking this when I saw that breakaway where whoever was bringing it down the floor against the Bulls the other night, and they collapsed. Obviously, it was going to be a layup. They collapsed on him, so he just kicks it out to Steph on a free. Do you let them take the layup and go and guard Steph on a 3-point line, or do you stop the layup? Because Steph knew it was going in. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
practice shot to him. No one even attempted to run out to him. And now that they're saying that the picture of him pointing at the bench,
mate, that is
while the
one of
ball's
the
not going,
coldest. That is one of the
shit-
coldest pictures
that
I've
shit,
ever
that
seen.
shit alone needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, mate.
I think whoever's on assignment of Steph, if you're letting him get an open 3 and a kick out, you're not doing your job right. You need to be.
Yeah, but it's a breakaway, innit? So it was a fast break that. Like,
let
I get what saying,
mate, let him take the layup.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let him take the layup because you need to
2
find
points is less
Steph
than 3.
on every possession. That should be one guy you never let
Mate, what
get
you,
a foot away from.
What are you allowing, right, in this situation? Are you allowing a Draymond Green layup, or are you allowing a Steph Curry 3, which is a layup?
Yeah.
But you just
Worth
get a layup
more
with,
points.
a layup with an extra point on the back of it. Like, do you know what I mean?
There's a couple of guys in the league that you just never leave open, and he's one of those guys.
Oh, he's top of the he's top of the list.
He's the king of it. Like, and I'm sorry, but the mad disrespect to turn around, point to give him the old finger gun. Gotcha. Not even knowing that the ball's gone in, but he knew he knows every damn time. Steph is just magic.
Is this the most well-balanced Golden State team we've seen?
No, I wouldn't say so. Their first chip.
It's early doors.
Yeah,
it's early doors, but let me tell you right now, they're first in points per game, they're first in assists per game, they're second in rebounds per game.
That is a big.
I don't think well balanced is so
because they've always lacked bigs. They've had Kevon Looney for some time, but he was the sole big in their last the last couple of championship.
I mean, their first chip they had Bogut and Morris Spates.
Yeah,
those were their two big guys, and then Iguodala used to play anywhere from the 2 to the 4 for them. So
I think the most balanced they've ever been was when they had a healthy Clay, Durant, Curry, Green, and the 5. That's the most balanced.
I would say that's the most unbalanced because they were so heavy on their starting 5.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. They went deep at least to 8. Like, do you know what I mean? They had Iguodala come off the bench. They had a lot of pieces come off that bench. What they're doing now is they understand that they have to move the ball and trust each other more. No, it's not necessarily balance. It's more about they know they have to move and get other people open because Steph is not going to take every single shot.
Yeah, it's no longer an ISO team like what it was with Durant.
So it's not so much to say like, oh, are they well balanced? Because generally not really. They're very guard heavy. They're very much 3-point shooting still. But what they're doing well is they are moving the ball a lot quicker. They're getting each other a lot more open opportunities. Wiggins is having a field day. Like, do you know what I mean? He's getting an actual one-on-one matchup that he likes because they're doubling up on Steph and they're going high over the screens. What you expect. And I think if they had a big in there, Steph will get a lot more assist numbers because he'll be able to pick and roll a lot easier. But you haven't got that with Draymond.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
he's not a scorer.
That's very true.
So I think, are they balanced? In some aspects, yes. Is it the most balanced they've been? No. But I think they're clicking really well.
They're just full of microwaves in the sense where any player on that team has only got to see a couple of shots go in and they're on fire.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
I mean, Steph hasn't even got to see any go in. He'll just light up instantly. But like Jordan Poole's and Andrew Wiggins, once they see a couple go in, they'll fire off. They'll just start firing.
Unless you're Draymond Green and you score a couple of baskets,
well, they're doing really.
Then you shoot deep.
and this is the thing. This is what Warriors are doing really well. They know who the hot hand is.
Yeah.
And they will find him.
Yeah.
Whoever it is.
Yeah, they that's the thing. Egos are not a thing on this team.
No.
And
Which is the difference between when KD was there and now.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is what makes it easier because they know in the first 2 quarters, Steph is going to have a hard time, right? As soon as someone starts getting hot like a Jordan Poole, the defense
brings the pressure off of Steph,
and then he gets more opportunities. But
it must be a nightmare. Like, I could not think about how stressed I would be if I had to guard anyone on the Warriors for just 2 minutes. I would be shitting myself the whole time. Like,
massive respect to the front office and back office of the Warriors to put that together, and for Steve Kerr to be looking at his team, playing with what he's got, with a lot of pieces out, and doing what he's doing, being 11-1.
Yeah, it just goes to show how good a coach and how good the coaching staff are.
Yeah. It's what I mean, and you have to say it because everyone would sit here and say we did not expect the Golden State Warriors to be 11-1 at this stage.
I honestly, I knew they would make the playoffs. I had high hopes that they would go top 4, so they'd get home court.
Yeah, but this
and potentially make it out the first round. But this is looking like a chip.
No,
I don't want to jinx it.
Big myself up a little bit here and said that I called Warriors Lakers Western Finals. No, the Lakers I was probably wrong. Lakers I was probably wrong.
Yeah, I think you
Warriors,
goofed on the second half of that, but
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I fucking rate it. I enjoy seeing it, and I think, you know, they've obviously they signed a supermax on Steph again, didn't they?
Yeah.
So this is it for him. Once this deal's over, is Steph Curry the best off-ball mover since Ray Allen?
Mate, I'd give him a supermax again and again and again until he's 60 years old and just sit him on the wing and just shoot the ball.
Man, he's 50 mil just to stand on the sideline and jump around a bit, man. Like, he's so good on and off the court. Like,
but is he the best off-ball mover since Ray Allen? Because obviously Ray Allen was poised for his off-ball movement.
100%.
Yeah, I would definitely give him that. Yeah.
And
I
it's
can't
fitting
really
being
think.
that he's just passed him on the all-time three-point.
Yeah, that was...
I love watching Steph Curry off ball. Oh, if I'm watching their game,
you'll watch him.
I'm watching him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't give a fuck where the ball is. I'm watching what he's doing because that's where it's going to end up.
And it's a perfect thing. If you're getting into basketball, or if you want to learn how to play, say you're a young guy, you watch Steph off the ball and just mimic him. And you will get open. Like,
you're in swings and roundabouts there, because if you're watching Steph, he takes such terrible shots for anybody else to take.
Oh yeah, but to get open, if you look
I get what you're saying.
To get open,
if you was a coach
and
showing
to get
your
into
team
triple
for
threat,
movement,
for
movement,
not necessarily not shot selection.
But having said that, obviously I know it's regular season, so you're not going to get teams do it. But when Dylan Brooks in Memphis in the playing games, when he face guarded him the whole fucking game, he struggled. So, you know, there is ways to stop him. You've got to face, when he's not got the ball, you've got to be in his face still. But obviously it's regular season now, so you're not going to get people blowing their arse out to stop him now. You're going to let him do his thing.
Memphis were a very good defensive team all round, though, weren't they? And Dylan Brooks was probably just their star defender, so you're obviously going to face guard him. A lot of teams can't risk losing a defender to just face guard one person.
No, of course
you know
not.
What I mean?
Like I say,
it's a massive impact on the rest of it.
Early regular season, isn't it? So you're not going to get people doing that.
What I love about Steph's off-ball movement is that he'll be setting. He will set screens off ball on one side, and then by the time you blink, he's already cut through and is on the other wing. Yeah. And so he's trying to. He's not just about himself getting himself open. He will set screens to get Andrew Wiggins open on the wing, and while that's happening, on the other side of the court, he's already over in that corner.
Yeah.
I think
it's madness.
I think when Clay returns, Andrew Wiggins will get better, because Clay's going to because not many people are going to sit on Andrew Wiggins on the 3-point line. They're not going to let him shoot. Don't get me wrong, but they're not. But when Clay's on the floor, so you're going to have Steph and Clay at 1 and 2, or you know, maybe Andrew Wiggins at the 2 and Clay at the 3, whatever. But they're going to space the floor so much that it's just going to open it up for Andrew Wiggins. Do you remember who's a great swing man?
Do you remember when Clay used to, before injuries, this is a while back now, he's not played in about 2.5 years, but he used to be a cut slasher and then also a spot up shooter, right? He will probably just, when he returns, go to a spot up shooter, and then I reckon that slasher role will go to Wiggins.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Because it's what he was doing at Minnesota a lot. He was that slasher at Minnesota because he didn't really have a jump shot at that point. His jump shots come on massively at Warriors. But you'll see Clay spot up shooting and probably Wiggins doing that off-ball movement, a lot more slashing, a lot more obviously physicality. Yeah. Hopefully, that's what I'd like to see.
Like you say about Clay being a spot-up shooter, that I think that quarter, what did he get? Was 28 in the quarter? Or was it 38? 38 in the quarter. He only dribbled the ball 3 times.
Yeah, mental, and they weren't all threes either. He was still catching them on layups,
and just two-stepping layup. Yeah, that's mad. But yeah, Warriors.
Ones to watch.
OP, mate. OP.
Yeah. Insane. Steph MVP.
I know they're on track to break their record, or at least tie their record, but I don't think they go for that.
Nah.
Because I think they knew what happened last time they did that. It affected them in the playoffs. They had more losses in the playoffs than what they did in the regular season. So
yeah.
But
well, they're playing a lot more freely this year without expectation, and that's going to help them a lot.
I think you're right.
Absolutely, yeah. Everyone expected them to play hard. No one expected them to be in the...
the worst thing about it, though, is they're 11-1. Everyone's got expectations.
Yeah, oh, fucking hell, yeah. If they don't make the finals now...
I do think the losses will start.
Oh, they'll come
I don't think
at some stage, yeah. We'll see.
In between now and Christmas, we're going to see a few losses, I think.
I think you'll probably see a few losses when Clay and Wiseman come back, because they're going to have to now re-gel.
Adapt.
Yeah, they're going to have to re-gel and find their rhythm again. So you'll probably see a little blip, but that blip will be a very short-term thing.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they get the Clay rotation correct and he gets enough resting time and the guys off the bench are still managing to produce, they'll be all right. They'll be all right, but all the focus will be around making sure Clay is ready.
Yeah.
Which he looks ready. He looks good in the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, the geezer is ready to play.
Yeah. His shot has always been pure, but when you get into the basketball intensity, it's going to be a different story.
Yeah, mine.
I think we touched on that last week, didn't we? It's scrimmages, then you got...
There's scrimmage, there's 3-on-3 non-contact, and then you've got,
people that
we know you're
hammering the shit out.
We know you've just come back from 2 surgeries. Let's see what you're about.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
You ain't going to stick a leg out.
Yeah. At the moment, he's got Damian Lee guarding him in training games. Don't really want to touch you because,
Imagine being a guy that sets Clay back another year, you'd be fucking raging, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Get cut from the team instantly. Yeah. In practice as well.
Right, it's that time, guys.
It's time to
Denied. Yes, it's back.
Boy.
It's back. Dunked or denied. This week, starting off straight away with a guy we just spoken about. Steph Curry overtakes Ray Allen on the all-time three-point list. Curry is the most influential player the NBA has ever seen since MJ.
Dunked.
Straight up.
Dunked.
I thought about this earlier, and I thought maybe Allen Iverson, but
Do you know what really pissed me off? I went to
Markeith Morris.
No, that's French.
The other one.
This is what really pissed me off, right? I went to a open run session on Saturday, and there was a fast break on 3 occasions, and this kid, open fucking fast break, pulled up on the 3-point line 3 times.
Yeah. I bet he was under 18, wasn't he?
Steph Curry effect is 20, but he's got the mentality of a 17-year-old, in my opinion. I'm not going to shout names out, but you know who you
Let's
are.
not go down that rabbit hole.
But I almost walked out the gym because it was a fast break, and he stopped at the 3-point line and fucking pulled up 3 times.
But this is exactly what I was saying when Brent said about watching Steph Curry as a young guy trying to learn the game. This is the Steph Curry effect.
Yeah.
And it's not good unless you're Steph Curry. And we aren't never gonna, or Klay Thompson, but we're never gonna see that. You can teach somebody to shoot. But many NBA players have come to the league with a whack jump shot and got a lot better. But you have to get to Steph level, you have to have a God-given
Oh, it's
ability.
ridiculous, yeah.
God-given talent and the work ethic, which kids like in just playing basketball twice a week, that's not enough to...
You can have as much work ethic as you like. You ain't never getting a Steph Curry jump shot.
Oh,
you
no,
think Shaq never
no.
practiced free throws, bro? You can only
either
teach,
have it or you
can
have- or
only
you
teach
don't.
so much.
You either hot dog or you're not dog.
Dunked.
Right, so double dunk, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Nice. Number 2. Rudy Gobert and Miles should be suspended 1 game for their poor fighting.
Denied.
Dunked. They should be suspended 10 games for that shit. Rudy Gobert should have his visa stripped straight away.
Give me that green card.
Like, Americans, we don't pussyfoot around shit. We get straight to the point. Grab the strap.
So, anything to add, Mike?
I don't know if I can.
Miles Turner, you're a disgrace. Did you see him push his knee on the floor as well? Like, get off me, fool!
Don't touch me, you swine! Right, so we're going to
Ratatouille in his hat, just pulling his hair and shit.
Oh man, let's go for a logical denier, but an entertainment dunks, yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Right, number 3. Ooh. KD leading the MVP race so far this season. This is the least talked about / most underappreciated KD season so far.
Denied.
Dunked.
Denied.
First of all, he's now second to Steph.
Thank
But
you.
this
He's
is
not
absolute,
leading.
that's absolutely.
I wrote this yesterday, so
Yeah. Well,
he was leading yesterday.
He wasn't leading yesterday.
He
Steph
was leading yesterday.
Steph is 11-1, dropping 4 40-point games and dropped to 50 already.
Mate, if you go by Basketball Reference, he was number 1 yesterday.
in a very.
If you go by Basketball Reference, which we do,
I
he
do
was
not
number
give
1
a
yesterday.
fuck about basketball reference.
did you refresh your
basketball-
page, sir?
Yeah, say fuck
Shit, that was from last week.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I'll back this. This is definitely the least talked about KD, and he's shooting nigh on 60% from the field as well, which is mad. Yeah.
33 years old as well.
Yeah. coming off.
He's a good player, but he's not getting talked about because he's playing for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, I think people.
It's a damn shame.
I mean, they were a heavy favourite
Yeah.
this year. A heavy favourite.
And what are
this
they,
year.
fourth or third in the East at the moment?
No, they're second now. They're up.
Second
Yeah,
now.
they're second,
but-
9-4.
Yeah, 9-4. So they played 2 more games than Washington,
Yeah.
who are 8-3. They played 2 more games than Washington, so obviously they've got a lower percentage, a lower win percentage. But they don't look good, man.
I mean, his stats at the minute: 28.3 a game, 8.8 rebounds, and then 5 and 2,
But that's
5.2
this
assists
isn't-
per game.
This is the thing. Is like, obviously, this is the first time since OKC that we've seen KD have to do it all. It's
Yeah.
almost like he's back at OKC. James Harden's not that good, and obviously everybody said that he left Westbrook to join Golden State because Westbrook weren't that good. James Harden ain't playing that great, but he's doing what Russ was doing,
I reckon Kyrie's playing better than Harden at the moment.
probably.
I see a statement. the other day. James Harden was asked what opposing stars and
Yeah, I
players
see
should
this.
should do prior to meeting the Nets, and he said praying.
Yeah.
No,
Pray
no,
for
we're-
what, fool?
I'm
We'll
pretty
pray
sure we'll be
KD has a
okay.
bad game. That's what I'd do. Pray
Yeah.
KD has a bad game. That's all I'd do.
Yeah.
Pray you
Or
get
pray-
lost at the strip club, my friend.
Do you know
'cause,
what I'm
like,
saying?
you're more
Just
use
put a
over
two-
there than you are on the court. at the
2
minute,
for
bro.
1 cocktail offers at the local strip club. He'll be there. He'll be fucked for the night.
So where are we going? Where are we going? We going
I'm
to
going
split?
dunked. I think this is the least talked about. KD. I mean, you know, he's all over everything, saying, "Oh, they're the best player in the world, best player in the world, best player in the world."
So can we just rephrase that question? What was the question again?
It wasn't a question. It was a statement.
Wait,
This is the least talked about / most unappreciated KD season.
and you're asking me, so that's a question, yeah?
No, it's a true or false. It's a true or false, which is dunked or denied.
Right.
You've been
Okay.
doing this for fucking 6 months, you cunt.
Okay, so
whoa!
Edit that out.
do I look like Markieff Morris to you? Because I will absolutely lay you out now.
Mate, you're hella uglier than Maurice Morris.
Fuck out of here.
Maurice Morris, yeah.
Maurice.
Maurice. Sorry, I've got a bit of Gobert
Yeah, fucking hell.
syndrome.
No, I think it's got elements dunked and denied. I don't think MVP should be a factor into it, but I think he's
The
overlooked.
season he's having.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
overlooked.
The season he's having.
Yeah, yeah.
Skip
the
nobody's talking
MVP.
Yeah,
about
take
it.
the MVP out
Take
of it,
the
but
talk.
he is being overlooked
Yeah,
heavily.
yeah,
Like,
massively. I think this is like one
Yeah,
of the
but-
first times we spoke about him since the season started.
Is he being overlooked justifiably? You know, is he being overlooked because the Nets ain't that good?
Individually, I don't think justifiably, but as a team, yes.
Me personally, I think too much is going on in the NBA at the minute. You got too many guys, too many teams popping off at the minute. KD is sitting exactly
Yeah.
where you would expect KD to sit.
That's
He's
the
going to
thing.
average close to
Yeah.
30 every year. His team are going to get wins.
You've got a lot more talking points.
Yes,
This is the
you've
thing,
got Chicago. You've got Steph and the Warriors.
I think
Lakers on a drop.
this is
you
the
got
thing.
everything going.
The expectations. This is what's fucked him up.
Yeah.
If the Nets didn't have no expectations this year, everybody would be talking about him. But they were expected to absolutely dominate
Yeah.
the East, and they're not.
The thing is, as long as you got KD on your team, you're going to have expectations.
Yeah.
Until he starts dropping off.
But it's the same thing with the Warriors. They didn't have that much expectations because they are doing so well. Everyone's talking about them.
Yeah.
So,
Precisely. So
I'm going dunks. No one cares about KD. He ain't that easy money snuff no more. Slim Reaper. He ain't the Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper. What about the Durantula? Is he
The
still there?
Durantula. how many nicknames this guy got?
Well, he rejected them two, Slim Reaper and Durantula. He didn't like it.
Did it now?
He didn't like it. He went with KD, which
He's
what,
not
I mean,
nice.
easy to remember. Right, last one. After dropping 48 points in one of this week's games, Ant Edwards is heading to the All-Star game.
That's tough, man.
It's in principle, I think he should be in the talks. However, your team needs wins.
Not to get to an All-Star.
Not to an All-Star game.
Nah, not to get to an
So
All-Star
would you
game.
put?
I think there's
All-Star game is individual accolade, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
so would you then put SGA in the All-Star running?
over Ant Edwards.
Just in general, this is just a generalised question.
I don't know.
This-
When you think
for
about
this
when you
part.
talk about All-Star games, you got to go. You got basically you got to go with. Are they top 4 in guards in the East, in the West? Sorry,
yeah,
because Minnesota in the West. So you got Steph, you've got Jar, you've got Damian Lillard ain't doing shit.
Devin Booker, you got Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, you know,
there's a lot of shoes to fill.
And as we said last week, the guards in the league now, the pool is huge. Do you know what I mean? And the talent, there isn't a major drop off in talent when it comes from the elite guards to the superstars to the all-stars.
Plus, when you get the fan vote, it's more of a popularity contest now than the all-star game.
Yeah, well, obviously the fan vote, you're only getting two of them.
Yeah.
And then the coach, is it the coaches or the media put the rest in? The
bit of both, isn't it? I think it's coaches and media.
And then you're getting another 2. So, you know, I don't think he'll make it.
I don't think he'll make it.
Do you think he'll be in talks?
He'll be in the sophomore game anyway, won't he? Second year this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he'll be in the sophomore game. Maybe even in the dunk contest.
I think he would be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a very exciting player to watch. So he needs to be included, in my opinion, in the weekend at some point somewhere.
He needs to keep that. He needs to keep that energy. You know, that calling Steph out, saying, "I'm like at 50, motherfucker." Bearing in mind when he said that he had 43. If he'd have said that at the start of the game, then,
you know what I mean.
Then dope. But yeah, I'll rate him. I didn't like him at first, but I rate him. But I can't see him being in the All-Star game. Denied.
Double denied. Fair play. Well, that's this week's Dunked or Denied. You guys got anything else you want to chuck in the mix before we sign off?
No. It's been a great episode. Jump on the socials.
Yeah.
We're lacking a bit of content this week.
Yes.
Or a bit of original content, I should say, because our guy...
Down in the clouting.
He's on holiday this week. You know, we've pushed him hard for the last 6 months. Now he's taking a break. A well-deserved break. So, shout outs to him for being our guy. And we'll come back with content. Good Instagram content next week.
Yes, sir. Just a reminder, give us a like and follow on YouTube now. We're on YouTube uploading some throwback episodes from prior seasons.
Just catch ups until we get to the footage.
That's it. So give us a like, follow and subscribe. Head over to all of our socials at Flagrant3. Give us a follow. Really helps us out.
Yeah. Like and subscribe on the podcast. And a review. If there's an Apple podcast, they do a review.
Yeah.
It costs you nothing.
I think Spotify are giving reviews now.
Are they?
Yeah. So jump on that as well if that's your platform.
I'm gonna have to give that a review.
Well, hustle.
Yeah, that's what
hustle your damn self.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, it's been Snazz, Mystic Mike, and Feeling Too Good at the Flagrant 3 podcast.
Whoa! We might as well get a fucking prediction out of him while he's here.
Yeah, fuck it.
Could be another 6 weeks.
Fuck it.
It could be another 6 weeks.
Hit a button. Is he going to predict the future?
Hey.
What you got for us? Give us.
What do you want to know?
Give us the top team in the East and the top team in the West come All-Star break. No, come Christmas.
Ooh, I like this.
I like that, yeah.
Top team in the West, I think that's very simple. Warriors.
Fair play.
No, you ain't getting arguments with that one.
The top team in the East is a bit more interesting because I think there's going to be a lot of change. I'm going to claim it that the Chicago Bulls will be top by Christmas.
I'll rate that.
Fucks with that, yeah.
I can see them being top.
Get Patrick Williams back in that starting power forward position and
mate, get Vucevic. Vucevic's going to come back as well. He's out with protocols at the moment. So,
he's yeah.
So he'll come back as a big, and then I think they're clicking really well.
He plays a bit better than he has started the season. But
and DeMar DeRozan's building out as well.
Yes. Good golly, yeah.
I think they've got more consistency in their gameplay than Wizards.
Mate, they're a fun team to watch.
They are fucking fun team to watch. I'll rate that.
Right, that's going to do us for this week. Peace out, players.
Peace.